So you've been driving trucks your whole life. Can you tell me what it's like now, in 2040?
Sure, though I hardly call it driving anymore. These days it feels more like waiting. Waiting at gates, waiting for permits, waiting to be told if I'm allowed to move. Back in my day, I could cross 3 states before lunch. Texas to California, coast to coast, no one blinking an eye. Now, I've been sitting at this checkpoint for 16 hours, just trying to move a load of grain across what we used to call Oklahoma. You should see it. Lines of trucks stretch back miles, engines rumbling, men cursing, women crying into their steering wheels, dogs panting in cabs, hungry kids sleeping in the back seats of families trying to cross. Ahead of us, the gate rises out of the asphalt like prison walls. Steel, drones circling overhead, guards in patched uniforms scanning everyone's device. The air smells like diesel, sweat, and fried food from vendors who set up carts just outside the fences. They know we're trapped here, and they charge triple for a stale sandwich. Every so often, a drone swoops low and flashes red if someone's paperwork doesn't check out. That truck gets pulled aside, cargo seized, and the driver gets detained. No appeal, no explanation, just gone. I'm hauling food, wheat, corn, the basics. It used to be simple. Load, drive, unload. Now I spend more time negotiating contracts than shifting gears. Each patch has its own tariffs, its own liability terms, its own ID requirements. I've signed so many agreements, I don't even know what half of them mean anymore. I used to feel proud, supplying families, keeping shelves stocked. Now I feel like a smuggler, sneaking bread into hungry mouths across invisible borders. They still call it the United States on the maps, but that's a joke. Every patch is its own kingdom now, some corporate, some militia run, some pretending to be democratic. Cross from one patch to another, and you're in a new world. Different currencies, different rules, different faces on billboards. I used to think borders were lines on maps. Now they're walls in the middle of highways, tearing through towns, splitting families, strangling trade. The old joke used to be, what if Texas seceded? Well now, every town, every region is seceded. America's nothing but a patchwork quilt that's been ripped apart and stitched back wrong. I think about my father sometimes. He was a driver too. He used to say the open road was freedom. Windows down, radio on, nothing but skies and miles. He'd be sick if he saw this. Now the road isn't freedom. It's surveillance, contracts, checkpoints. Every mile has a price. Every stop demands proof of loyalty. My father gave me his old CB radio before he passed. I still keep it in the cab, but there's no one left to talk to. The airwaves are silent now, except for the guards' encrypted chatter. But even here, in the waiting line, humanity shows itself. I saw a young driver share his thermos of coffee with an older man who couldn't afford the checkpoint vending machine. Yesterday, a woman passed loaves of bread back through the truck windows, feeding strangers. Kids laugh between the trucks, playing tag in the dust like the fences don't exist. Even stuck, even divided, we try to stay human. That's the only thing that keeps me from turning this rig around and never driving again. So write this down, sir. 2032, I started noticing highways stopped being rivers of connection and turned into borders of division. That's the way it is now, anyway. The map still says the United States. The checkpoints say otherwise. And if the road was once a symbol of freedom, then America's freedom is stalled here with us, idling in a line of trucks, engines running, waiting for a gate to open that never will.